Hello students, today I am going to do grade 11 Department of Education Northern Province Year-End Evaluation 2019 paper. So this is paper 1. You get 2 hours. You already know there are 2 parts, part A and part B. Part A 25 short questions and part B you get 5 long questions. So how many marks you are getting? 2 marks each for part A questions and 10 marks for part B questions. So spaces are given here. So make sure that you write all your answers in the space given. So this is the paper. In part A, you get 1 to 7 questions in the first page. Question number 8 to 14 in the next page. Then you get questions 15 to 20, next page, 21 to 25, the other page. Then you get part B. Part B, 5 long questions. So 1 and 2 in the first page, 3, 4 in the next one, and the last page you get 5th question. Complete the paper first and then look at my video. So let's try to do paper 1 Northern Province 2019. Let's take question number 1. The price of cylinder with gas is 2,100 rupees. Its price will be increased by 15%. Find the increased amount. So only asking the increased amount. So how can we find out? 15% of 2,100. So just take the value 2,100 and multiply by 15 over 100. Simplify. 2 zeros get cancelled out. 21 times 15. So 21 times 15, you can multiply. 10 and 5. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 2, 2. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 2, 10. When you add it, you get 315 rupees. So that's the increased amount. So how many marks for that? You get 2 marks for that. Question number 2. Write LG3. What is LG means? Log 10 base 3.4771. Write as an index form. So can you remember 10 squared is 100. That's called index form. How you convert to log notation? Base goes here and the number is here and the index becomes 2. So similarly, this is given like this. LG means log 10 base 3 is equal to 0.4771. So how you write down in index notation? 10 squared. So here we can write 3 is equal to 10 to the power 0.4771. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 3, simplify. So this is an algebraic fraction, 3x and 6x. So what is the common denominator of 3x and 6x? So 6x. So you keep 6x. Now convert both the fractions to 6x. You have to multiply this by 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2, 4. Here you can write as it is. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 over 6x. So you get 2 marks. Let's take question number 4. Find the magnitude of x. So this is a triangle and these are the 2 opposite interior angles. So this is the exterior angle. So how can we write down? We can write down the exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles. So 100 plus x. So how can you find x? X becomes 140 minus 100. So you get 40 degrees as x. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 5. 2 vertical posts A, B are fixed to the flat ground. So these are the 2 points. A distance of 100 meters from each other. So what is 100 meters? So the distance here is 100 meters. The angle of depression of the foot of the post B from the top of the post A is x degrees. So that means from A, it says the angle of depression of foot of the post B. So this is the foot and the top of the post A. So we'll take, this is the top of the post A. So angle of depression is x degrees. So how can you mark that? So you can mark this angle is x degrees. Draw a sketch based on the given information. So you can draw this angle is x and this is 100 meters. So marking those points, you get 2 marks. 1 mark for marking the angle of depression and 1 mark for the distance. So 2 marks altogether. Question number 6. Find the lowest common multiple of 3ab squared, 6ab squared and 6ab. First, write down the different factors. 3ab squared means 3 times a times b squared. What's 6? How can you write 6 with prime numbers? 2 times 3. So you can write 2 times 3 a and b squared. What about 6ab? Again 2 times 3 is 6 and a and b. Now to find out the lowest common multiple, you have to take the maximum power of all distinct factors. So when you take 2, that's power 1. 3 also power 1. What about a? A is also power 1. And here b is b squared is there. So you have to take the maximum power, that's b squared. So what is the lowest common multiple? 2 times 3 is 6, a b squared. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 7. Factorize x squared minus 10x minus 24. This is a quadratic expression. So how you do that? You multiply these two, you get minus 24x squared. This is minus, that means you have to take the difference between two terms. So what are the factors? When you get the difference, it's minus 10. So what are the factors? You can try with 1 times 24, 2 times 12, like that. So what is that? 2 and 12. Middle term is negative and that means the higher number should be negative. So what are the factors? 2x and 12 minus 12x. Now split the middle term to these two. So you get x squared plus 2x and minus 12x minus 24. Take first two separately and the last two separately and factorize. You can take x out, that's x plus 2. What about this one? Minus 12, you can take it out. You get x plus 2 again. X plus 2 is common for both the factors and then you get x minus 12. So this is 2 marks question. Question number 8. AB are two disjoint sets. Disjoint means no intersection. If n epsilon is 12, nb is 2, n a union b dash is 4, find the NA, number of elements in A. You can do either using Venn diagram. So we'll try to draw the Venn diagram. So epsilon means entire set. How many elements are there? 12 elements are there. And disjoint. Disjoint means you can't draw with the intersection. Separate two circles and this is A, this is B. And NB is 2. That means, so I can put 2 here. And you need to find out this. And A union B dash, that means outside the two circles is 4. So how can you find out NA? This is NB is 2. So I marked it, this one wrong. This should be NB. This is 2. How you find out NA? So you can write NA plus NB plus 4 is equal to 12. 4 plus 2 and this one becomes 12. So how you find out this one? So NB I can substitute 2. Four plus 2, 6. So NA becomes 12 minus 6. That's 6. So number of elements in A is 6. 2 marks. What's the other way you can do? You can do without the diagram as well using the formula. If these are two disjoint sets, you can write NA plus NB is union. But union is here, if it's 4, what is dash outside? 12 minus 4, that becomes 8 here. NB is 2, NA, you can find out. NA is 8 minus 2. So that way also possible. Question number 9. ABCD is a parallelogram. BAD. BAD. This is 60. DCE. DCE, this is 40 given. Find the magnitude of DEC. DEC. You need to find out this angle. What you know about parallelograms? Opposite angles are equal. If this is 60, this is 60. Opposite angles are equal. Then what you know about parallelogram? These two opposite sides are parallel. If this is 60, what's this is? This one, that's also 60. What are the angles? Corresponding angles. If the two lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal. Now easily you can find out the angle DEC. So the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180. So DEC is equal to 180 minus 60 plus 40. So what's the value? 180 minus 60 plus 40 is 100. So you get 80 degrees. So that's 2 marks. Question number 10. Solve the inequality 2x minus 1 greater than or equal to 5 and represent the solutions on a number line. So first we'll solve that. Take minus 1 to the other side. You get 2x greater than or equal to 5 plus 1. 6. Now divide both sides by 2. Nothing happens to the inequality sign because you are dividing by a positive number. X becomes x greater than or equal to 6 divided by 2 is 3. So how we draw these on a number line? So you draw the line and you can mark the points. Now 3 is there. So I can start with 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. and this is 3 is included, so you have to draw a solid circle on 3 and then you can draw the arrow. So we'll draw the arrow now with a different color. Take red. So x greater than or equal to 3 means this way. So you get 2 marks for that. How you get marks? 1 mark for solving the inequality and 1 mark for showing on the diagram. Question number 11. If AC is equal to BD, this length is equal to this one, and BAC angle, this should be angle, this should be angle, BAC, this angle is equal to ABD angle, this angle. Write the condition for congruent of triangles ABC and ABD. So we'll take ABC triangle first, ABC, and ABD triangle. We know that AC is equal to BD. That's given. And also CAB angle is equal to ABD angle. That's also given. And what can you say about the AB length? AB length is common. So you know 2 lengths and the included angle. So what's the congruency? So the 2 triangles are congruent because of 2 sides and included angle. SAS, side, angle, side. So you get 2 marks, 1 mark for finding the equal lengths and angle and 1 mark for identifying the case of the congruency. Question number 12. A certain task can be completed by 4 men in 3 days. So how many men? 4 men. How many days? 3 days. Find how many? Find how many days are required to complete 50% of task by 2 men. So first you find how many man days needed to complete the whole work. 4 times 3, 12 needed. But they need 50% of work. So half of that, half of 12, that means 6 man day work. But it's given 2 men. And how you find out number of days? 6 is the total number of man days. Divide by 2, you get how many days needed. So 3 days needed for that. 3 days. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 13. If BAC is 100 degrees. So this angle is given 100 degrees. Find the magnitude of DOC. DOC means this angle. How we find out? It's given x and y there. You can create an equation. 2x plus 2y plus 100 is 180 because sum of angles in a triangle ABC. So first we'll write down 2x plus 2y plus 100 is 180. Then what is 2x plus 2y? 180 minus 100, that's 80. And when you divide the whole equation by 2, what you get? Divide by 2, x plus y becomes 40 degrees. Now we need to find out this angle. What's that angle? Now can you see, this is x, this is 100. So what is this angle? This angle, exterior angle of that becomes 100 plus x. So this is 100 plus x. Now you can use the sum of angles in ODC triangle. What's that? The required angle DOC plus 100 plus x plus y equals 180. But we know x plus y is 40. So we can easily substitute that value here. 40 is there. So what is DOC angle? This is 100. 100 plus 40, 140. So take it to the other side. Subtract 140 from that. You get 40 degrees. So this is 100 plus 40. So this is 40. 140. When you take it to the other side, that becomes minus 140. So 40 is the angle. So 2 marks for that. Question number 14 is the cumulative frequency curve, and you are asked to find the interquartile range. What's interquartile range? Interquartile range is the difference between the third quartile and the first quartile. So from this diagram we can see 16 is n. So what is 16 divided by 4? That's first quartile. So fourth one. So you can see fourth one is 10. So that means Q1 is 10. What's third quartile? 16 divided 4. 16 divided by 4 and multiply by 3. So you get 12th one is the third quartile. So 12th one is in between 10 and 14. So that becomes, so you have to refer here, 25, in between 20 and 30. So we can say that's Q3 is equal to 25. So what is interquartile range? Substitute Q3 25 and Q1 10. You get 15 is the interquartile range. So 2 marks for that. Question number 15. Find the volume of a cylinder of cross-section area is 44 square centimeters and height is 10 centimeters. Height is given 10 centimeters. So cross-sectional area is the base area. This area is given 44 square centimeters. So how you find out the volume? This is a prism. Prism volume is cross-sectional area into height. A into L. So cross-sectional area is 44. Height is the length, same as that. So you get 10 there. So this is in centimeter squared. This is in centimeter. So you get 440 cubic centimeters as the volume of the prism. So 2 marks for that. Question number 16. O is the center of the circle. AB is 18 centimeter of chord. So this is 18, the whole length. The perpendicular distance between O and the chord is 12 centimeters. So this is 12 centimeter. Find the radius of the circle. So what you know about this one? When you draw a perpendicular to the chord from the center, you get the midpoint of the chord. So this whole thing is 18. So what is half of that? So these two lengths are equal. So you get 9 here. 9 each. And when you draw the radius here, what happens? You can apply Pythagoras theorem. So this is 90-degree angle and you can easily find out the radius. Radius is r. R squared is equal to 9 squared plus 12 squared. 9 squared is 81, 12 squared 144. You get 5, 8 plus 4, 12 and 2. So what's that? 225 means 15 squared. If you can't figure out that, you can divide by 5 and divide by 5. You get 9, divide by 3, divide by 3. So here you get 15 times 50. 15 squared is equal to r squared. So what is r? 15 centimeters is the radius of the circle. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 17. If 1 3 times 2y, so these are two matrices multiplication and that's equal to x and 3. Find the value of x and y. So we'll see whether we can multiply. This is 1 row and 2 columns, 1 by 2. This is 2 rows and 2 columns, 2 by 2. We can multiply. This is the same as this number. Number of columns in the first one is same as number of rows in the second one. So what is the resulting matrix? 1 times 2. 1 row and 2 columns. Now we'll multiply. 1, 3, 2y minus 1, 1. How you multiply? First value you get first row with first column. 1 times 2, 2. 3 times minus 1, minus 3. 2 minus 3, you get minus 1. Now the second value. So how you multiply? First one with first. 1y plus 3 times 1 is 3, y plus 3. But this is given as x and 3. So you can compare the elements. X should be minus 1 and y plus 3 should be 3. That means y becomes 3 minus 3, that's 0. So x is minus 1 and y becomes 0. So 2 marks for that. Question number 18. O is the center of the circle. Find the value of A in terms of B. So this is A, this is B. So O is the center. What can you say about that? So when you draw a line here, this one, we can see that this is the angle subtended at the center. A is the angle subtended at the center. So that's equal to twice of the angle subtended on the circumference. So this is A over 2 then. If this is A, the other one is A over 2. So this is A over 2. And then what is this angle then? This angle and this angle both are equal. Same segment angles are equal. So if this is A over 2, this is also A over 2. Now, what's the other thing we know? This is the diameter. Passes through the center. So this becomes 90-degree angle. Any semicircle angle is 90 degrees. So we can write A over 2 plus B equals 90 degrees. Now multiply everything by 2. So you get A plus 2B equals 90 times 2, 180. So what is A? A becomes 180 minus 2B. So that's the value of A in terms of B. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 19. Find the area of this figure. So this is a quarter of a circle. 90 over 360, quarter. So what's the area? 1/4 of the area of the full circle, pi r squared. 22 over 7 is pi r squared. The radius is given 14. So 14 times 14. Now try to simplify. 7 with 14, you get 2. This 2 and this 4, you get 2 here. Now divide by 2 again, you get 2 and here 11. 11 times 14. So how you find out? By 11, what's the easiest way? You split these two values here and you add it and put the number in between. 4 plus 1, 5. So 154 square centimeters is the area of this quarter of a circle. So 2 marks for that. Question number 20. Find the solutions of equation. This is a quadratic equation. So how you do that? You can take it to this side. Then this becomes -1 equals to 0. You can apply difference between two square terms. So here you can write 4x squared. You can write 2x whole thing squared. 2 times 2, 4. X into x, x squared. -1 squared is equal to 0. So what is difference between two square terms? First term plus the second term and first term minus second term is equal to 0. The product is equal to 0 means either 2x plus 1 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 1 equals 0. So what is x? X becomes -1 over 2. Take 1 to the other side and divide by 2. Or x becomes 1 over 2. So you get two solutions, -half and +half. So you get 2 marks for that. 1 mark and 1 mark here. Question number 21. O is the center of the circle. Find the magnitude of x and y. So we need to find out the values of x and y. So O is the center means this is the diameter. So this is 90 degrees. Easily you can find out x. So what is the x? X is the exterior angle and that's equal to sum of interior angles, 30 and 90. So you get 120 for x. What is this value? This is the angle between tangent and the chord. That's equal to the opposite interior angle. So if this is 30, this is 30 degrees. Now we can find out the y value. This is 120, this is 30. So what is y? 180 minus 120 plus 30. So you get 150 there. So 180 minus 150, 30 degrees. So you get 2 marks, 1 mark for x value and 1 mark for y value. Question number 22. If particular distance passed to travel in 30 minutes at speed of 12 kilometers per hour, find time will be taken the same distance to pass at speed of 18 kilometers per hour. So there's a distance. We'll take, this is the distance. Certain distance is there. And speed, if the speed is 12 kilometers per hour, it takes 30 minutes. If the speed is 18, we need to find out the time. So what is the formula in between distance, speed time. Distance divided by speed is time. Distance divided by time is speed. And when you multiply speed and time, you get distance. So speed is there, time is there, you can multiply. But there's a problem. This is in minutes and this is in hours. Can you just multiply? You can't do that. You have to convert to the same units. So 30 minutes, how many hours? 30 minutes means divide by 60, that's half an hour. Now you can do the calculation. 12 times half is the distance. That is equal to 18 times t. So t you are getting in hours. So what's the value? This is 6. 6 divided by 18. 6 times 1, 6 times 3. 1/3 of an hour. Convert to minutes. Multiply by 60. You get 20 minutes. So time is 20 minutes. So 2 marks for that. Question number 23. Draw a sketch of the construction lines required to locate the point P when the same distance from straight lines BC and BA and points A and B. So this is sketching. So you don't need a compass to do that. You have to just sketch the lines. So distance between BC and BA, equidistance from two lines, that's the angle bisector. Already given the angle bisector. So this is equal to this one. So what is the other one? And the equidistance from the 2 points A and B. That's the perpendicular bisector. So what are the main loci points you need to know? You need to know 4 things. Equidistance from a point is a circle. Equidistance from 2 points is the angle perpendicular bisector. And equidistance from 2 adjacent lines is the angle bisector. And what's the last one? Equidistance from a line, that's parallel line above and below. So you are getting questions related to these 4. So one is there, the angle bisector is there, and the other one is perpendicular bisector. So you have to first sketch the perpendicular bisector. So how you do that? You take the compass, keep it here, take certain distance and you can draw an arc above and below. And then take a point and take the same distance and you can draw the 2 arcs and then draw the line connecting these intersecting points. So that's the angle, that's the perpendicular bisector. Now, where's the P point? Where it meets the perpendicular bisector and the angle bisector. So here is the point P. So you get 2 marks for sketching the perpendicular bisector. That's 1 mark. And marking the P point, you get another mark. So 2 marks for that. Question number 24. O is the center of the circle. Points A, B, C, D are on the circle. Find the magnitude of A and B. What can you say about that? Look at carefully. These 2 lengths are equal. If this is 20, this is 20. What else we can say? This is the diameter. So this is 90 degrees. Angles in a semicircle is 90 degrees. What are the other information you can see? This is the exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral. This is equal to opposite interior angle. So what can you say about B? B is equal to 90 plus 20. Straight away you can find B. 9 plus 2, 11. So 110 is B. You need to find out A now. How we find out A? Look at carefully. This is 110. And if this is A, what is this one? In a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles add up to 180. If this is A, this is 180 minus A. Then you can use sum of angles in ABD triangle. 20 and 20, 40. You can write 20 plus 20 plus 180 minus A is equal to 180. That's sum of angles in a triangle. So what's A? You can take A to this side. A becomes 180 get cancelled out. 20 and 20, that's 40. So A is 40 and B is 110. So 2 marks for that. Question number 25. A bag contains 5 red apples. So red 5, 3 green apples and 1 yellow. If a person randomly take an apple from that bag, find the probability of not getting a red apple. So not getting red means it can be either green or yellow. How many are there then? 3 plus 1, 4 not red apples. So what is the probability? Altogether 9 apples are there. Out of 9 there are 4 that are not red. It can be either green or yellow. So probability of not getting a red one is 4 over 9. So you get 2 marks for that. So we did all 25 short questions. So make sure that you do it each question within 2 minutes and then check my video to see whether you did it correctly. So now let's take part B. This is question number 1 of part B. So you get 5 questions, so you can spend 12 minutes per question and you get 10 marks each. So let's take question number 1. You get 4 parts. So we'll do separately. Ravi spends 1/4 of his salary on food and 1/6 on traveling. 2/7 of the balance is spent to buy books. So what portion of Ravi's salary is spending on both traveling and food? So you need to add the 2 fractions. So you get 1/4 for food and 1/6 for traveling. So what's the lowest common multiple of 4 and 6? That's 12. Convert to 12. This is 4 times 3. 3 times 1, 3. So this is multiplied by 2. So 3 plus 2, you get 5 over 12. And the next one, what portion of his salary does Ravi spend? So I'll change this. So what portion of his salary does Ravi spend to buy books? So it says, so when you are taking this one, the remainder. So here you have to find out the remainder, and out of remainder 2/7 for buying books. So what is the remainder? First thing you have to find out the remainder. So this is 5 over 12. So 1 minus that is the remainder. So how you do that? 1 you can write 12 over 12 minus 5 over 12. That's 7 over 12. That's the remainder. So for books, it's 2/7 of the remainder, 7 over 12. So 7 get cancelled out. 2 times 1, 2 times 6. So that's 1/6 is used to buy books. Let's see the marking scheme, how you get marks. So 5 over 12, you get 2 marks. And this one you get 2 marks as well. Let's do the next one. What portion of balance his salary after bought books? So now this is 1/6 and 5 over 12 used. So we'll find out the addition. 5 over 12 and 1/6. What's the total? Convert to the same denominator. You get 5 plus 2 times 6, 12. 2 times 1, 2, 7 over 12 now all together. So what's the remaining amount? What portion of balance? His salary after bought books. So 1 minus 7 over 12. 12 over 12 minus 7 over 12 becomes 5 over 12 is the balance. Then the last part. Now he deposits 1/5 of the balance in a bank account. If the amount he deposits in the account is 4,000 rupees, find Ravi's salary. So 5 over 12 is the balance. 1/5 of the balance. So what is 1/5 of the balance? 1 over 5 into 5 over 12. So 5 get cancelled out. That's 1 over 12. That is equal to the amount he deposits in the bank. So that is equivalent to 4,000 rupees. So that's 1 part of 12. So what is the full part? That's called the full thing. That's Ravi's salary. So what's Ravi's salary then? So Ravi's salary becomes 4,000 into 12. You get 4 times 2, 8, 48,000 rupees is Ravi's salary. So how many marks for these two steps? You get 5 over 12, 3 marks. And the last part, you get 48,000. That's also 3 marks. So 3 and 3, 6, and earlier we gave 4 marks. Altogether 10 marks for this question. Let's take question number 2. This diagram shows a medical laboratory building's land. It has a semicircle ABC and the rectangular portion GDEF. AG is equal to GD equals DC and FE is given 14 meters. Find the radius of semicircle. So we can easily find out these values. So 4 parts are there. We'll do it separately. Find the radius of semicircle. How we find out the radius? Look at carefully. This part is 14. So this is 14. So this is also 14. This is also 14. So the diameter is 14 times 3. So diameter is 14 times 3. 42 centimeters. So what is the radius? Radius is half of that. 42 divided by 2. 21 centimeters is the radius of the semicircular part. Find the area of the semicircle. So what's the area? Half of the circle. Half into pi. Pi you can take 22 over 7 r squared. 21 into 21. Simplify 7 times 3. 2 and this you get 11. So 3 times 21 you get 63 times 11. What's the short method to multiply by 11? So you write down these two numbers separately, first and the last one, and then we add 6 plus 3 becomes 9. So 693 square meters is the area of the semicircular part. So how many marks for that? So in this one, 21 is the answer. Now, I put centimeters. So, what should be the units? This is not centimeters, this is meters given. So, I'll change it. So, this is meters. So, answer is 21 meters. So, how many marks? You get 2 marks for that. Then area, you get 3 marks. So, 693 square meters, that's 3 marks. So, 5 marks for these two. So, let's take the next one. Find the total area when rectangular portions length is equal to diameter of semicircle. So, diameter of semicircle is the length of the rectangular part. So, what's the diameter? We found 42 is the diameter. So, that becomes this value. 42 meters is this part. So, what's the total area? Total area is equal to area of the rectangle. 14 times 42 plus the area of the semicircular part. We did that. 693. Now add it. So, first we have to multiply. So, 14 and 42. Multiply. 10 and 4. You get 420. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 4, 16. So, when you add it, you get here 588. So, 588 plus 693. 8 plus 3, 11, 10 and 18, 1 remaining, 6 and 6, 12. 1281 square meters is the total area of this figure. Find the perimeter of laboratory building. So, perimeter means outer length. So, you have to find out the outer length. So, if this is 14, this is 14, this is 14. And we found out the arc length. So, easily you can find out the perimeter. 42 times 2. How many 14s are there? 1, 2, 3. And the arc length. So, what was the arc length we found before? So, we didn't find arc length. So, we have to find out arc length for that. So, how do you find out the arc length? Half of a circle. Half into pi, 22 over 7, 2 pi r multiplied by 2 and radius is 14. So, what's the radius we found? 21. Now, simplify. 2 and 2 get cancelled out. 7 times 3. 42 times 2, you get 84. 3 times 14, 42. And 22 times 3, 66. Add it together. 4 plus 2, 6, 6 and 6, 12. 1 remaining. 9 plus 4, 13. 13 plus 6, 19. 192 meters is the perimeter of this figure. So, how many marks for that? 1281 square meters. So, you get 2 marks here and 192 meters, that's 3 marks. So, this is 5 and previously we gave 5 marks, altogether 10 marks for this question. Now, take the next one. Question number 3. So, this is about share market. So, you get 4 parts are there. So, we will do it separately. Vimal purchased 800 shares of value with 145 rupees per share in the company. How much did Vimal investment? So, here 800 shares, each 145. So, you have to multiply both. So, the amount invested is equal to 145 into 800. That's equal to 0, 0, 8 times 5, 40, 8 times 4, 32 plus 4, 36, 3 remaining, 8 times 1, 8 plus 3, 11, 116,000 rupees. If he got the annual dividend income as 12,800, find the annual dividend of a share. So altogether 800 shares. The total amount he got is 12,800. So what is the annual dividend per share? Per share, you have to divide the amount by number of shares. So 12,800 divide by 800. So you get here 2 zeros get cancelled out. 128 divided by 8. 8 times 1, 8. 4 remaining. For 48, that's 6. So you get 16 rupees is the dividend income per share. So how many marks for these two steps? So you are getting 116,000. That's 2 marks. And this is also 12,800 divided by 800. That's 2 marks. Let's take the next one. Part C. If Nimal got 22,400 of the annual dividends from this company, find his investment. Earlier, Vimal invested money. Now, this is about Nimal. So, 22,400 rupees, 22,400 rupees of the annual dividend. So, what's the price of a dividend? 16 rupees. We got it from the previous part. So, we can find out the investment. $22,400. When you divide by 16, you can find out number of shares and then multiply by 145 rupees because the market price of a share is 145. Now simplify. You can divide by 4. 4 times 4, 4 times 5, 20, 24, 4 times 6. And then divide by 4, 1, 4, 0, 0. 1,400 multiplied by 145. So what you can do, you can put 2 zeros, 145 multiplied by 14, 10 and 4. Multiplied by 1, 4 times 5, 20, 4 times 4, 16, plus 2, 18, and 1 remaining. 4 times 1, 4 plus 1, 5. 13, 1 remaining, 10, 2. So, 2030. So, 203,000. So, that's the invested amount. Now, next one. Vimal sold his 600 shares on an occasion. Now, this is about Vimal. If he got 4,000 rupee more than from his investment, find the selling price of a share. So, what is the amount he got? 4,000 plus the invested amount. So, what's the invested amount? 116,000. That's the total. And when you divide by 600, you get the selling price. So, selling price is equal to this one. So, first add 4,000, you get 120,000 divided by 600. So, 2 zeros get cancelled out. So, you get 200. So, that's the selling price of a share. So, let's see how many marks for these two. So, you are getting 203,000 and 200. So, 3 marks each. So, 3 and 3, 6, and we gave earlier 4 marks altogether, 10 marks for this question. Question number 4, this is about statistics question. So, again you get 5 parts here. So, let's do the question. The following incomplete table and histogram are based on the mass of students in grade 11. 35 to 40 means more than or equal to 35 and below 40. So 35 is equal. Students' mass is given in kilograms and number of students. Fill in the incomplete table by the histogram, complete the histogram. So let's take 35 to 40. And the height is 8. So this is number of students. So easily you can fill this value, that's 8. 40 to 50, now the gap is different. So what we do, we can find the total. Now we can draw a line there. So this is for 45. So here this is 6 and this is 6. All together 6 and 6, 12. So this is 12. 50 to 55, that's okay. The width is the same. So 50 to 55, that's 10. So by looking at the histogram, you can easily fill the number of students. And now we have to complete the histogram. So 55 to 60, that's 11. So the width is okay. So we can draw the bar up to 11. So here slightly up. So somewhere here. Now here we can complete the bar. Then next one, 60 to 75. That's also width is not the same. How many intervals are there? 60 to 75. 1, 2, 3. So that means you have to divide this by 3. So 15 divided by 3, you get 5 each. That means 3 intervals with each one 5. So 5 is here. So you get up to 75. And if you want, you can draw the bars, but without lines, you can keep like this. 60 to 75, that's 5 each. Then 75 to 80, again width is okay, so that's 4. So you can draw a line 75 to 80. That's the bar here. So that's the histogram. So how many marks we can give for this? We'll give 2 marks each. So 8, 12 and 10. So we'll give 2 marks. And for the histogram, so we did 6 and here 3 bars, 4. So we'll give 3 marks. So 5 marks for that. Next one. Third part, draw the frequency polygon on the histogram. So histogram is there. How we draw the frequency polygon? You have to mark the midpoints of each bar, equal bars. So we can mark the midpoints of each equal bar. So here we need to first draw the lines here. So we need 1, 2. And now you can mark the midpoints. For each bar, we mark the midpoints. And what you do? You take the previous interval and mark the midpoint here. And the final interval also, you have to mark the midpoint. Now you can connect all the midpoints. That's the frequency polygon. So you can connect all these midpoints. You can connect. And then draw this line. So this is the completed frequency polygon. What's the next one? How many total number of students in grade 11? So we have to add all these numbers. It's easy to add from the table. So we'll add it here and put the number. 8 plus 12, 20. 20 plus 10, 30. 30 plus 11, 41. 41 plus 4, 45. 45 plus 15. 45 plus 15, that's 60. So altogether, there are 60 students. Fifth part, find the percentage of students when their weight is 55 kilos or more. So 55 kilos or more, that's from this bar. So 55 and above, equal to 55 here. 11 plus 4, 15. 15 and 15, 30. So 30 students out of 60 as a percentage, you multiply by 100%. So you get 100 divided by 2, 50% of students weigh 55 kilos or more. Now we gave how many marks? 3 and 2. 5 marks. And we'll give 1 mark for this one. And 2 marks for this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll give 2 marks for completing the frequency polygon. So altogether 10 marks for that. Let's take last question. In a bag contain 3 ripe wood apples and 2 unripe wood apples. 3 ripe and 2 unripe. Arun is taken a wood apple from the bag randomly. If it is a ripe wood apple, he will be given to that his sister. Otherwise, if it's unripe, again put that on the bag. He repeats this process once more. Represent the relevant sample space in the grid shown below. Find the probability both ripe wood apples. Now here, this is the first time taking the wood apple. This is the second time. So 3 red. R means ripe one. UR means unripe one. So 2 unripe one. So we'll see what are the possibilities. What are the possibilities? If he takes first one ripe, he is giving to that to sister. So you can't take a ripe one. So this becomes 3, R2, R3, this one and this one. If he takes R2, that's a ripe one, he can't take it again because he is giving to his sister. So these are the other possibilities. What about R3? Then he can't take R3. These are the other possibilities. If it's unripe one, he put it back. So all possibilities are okay. So he is not keeping it back. So here put it inside the bag again till he gets the next one ripe. So if it's unripe, again all possibilities are okay. So that's the sample space diagram. Altogether, how many outcomes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Possibilities are there. Find the probability both ripe wood apples. So both ripe. So we'll take, if it's ripe, this is possibility, this is okay. So these two are okay. This is okay. And if it's R3, that's a ripe one. So these are the possibilities you can get both ripe wood apples. So how many possibilities? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibilities out of 22. That's the probability of getting both right ones. So simplify, you get 3/11 is the answer. Now let's see how many marks you are getting. For the diagram, you are getting 3 marks. And you are getting 2 marks here. Marking the possibility, that's 1 mark here. And finding the answer, 1 mark. So 5 marks for these 2 questions. Now we'll take the next one. Part B. In an emission test, the probability that fail in a 3-wheeler is 3/8 and the probability that fail in a motorbike is 1/7 at the emission test station. An incomplete tree diagram shown to represent of testing 3-wheeler. Write down the corresponding probabilities on the branches. So passing and failing. So this is about 3-wheeler. So what is the failing probability? That's 3/8. So this is 3/8. So what is passing probability then? 1 minus that. So 5/8. That's the first step. Then extend the above tree diagram to include the probabilities of pass or fail of the next test of motorbike and write down the corresponding probabilities on the branches. So what are the other 2 possibilities now? This is motorbike, passing or failing. So you can write pass probability, fail. Pass and fail. It says, what's the failing probability for motorbike? That's 1/7. So this is 1/7. So what is passing? 6/7. 1/7 here, 6/7. So this is the full diagram. Then it says, find the probability that only 1 vehicle is fail of the emission test. So what are the possibilities? That's only 1 vehicle fail. 3-wheeler test pass and motorbike fail. So this possibility, okay. Then this means 3-wheeler test failing and bike test passing. That's also possible. So only 2 branches we have to take. So this means both passing and these are both failing. So only 2 possibilities. So what is the probability? Both passing. 1 passing. So 5/8 into 1/7 or 3/8 into 6/7. So what's the value? 8 times 7, 56. 5 plus 6 times 3, 18. 23/56. So that's the probability of failing 1 test. So we gave 5 marks for that. 3, 4, 5. So 5 marks for these 2 steps. So we can give 3 marks for completing the tree diagram and 2 marks for that. So let's see. 23/56, 2 marks, and completing this one, 3 marks. So altogether 10 marks for this question. So we completed the whole paper 1. So make sure that you do the paper and then watch my video to check your answers.